Hey guys, Ashley here with another reading, and this was requested by, well, again, Karina, who pretty much suggested that I look at this. And, well, it involves Ed and Envy from O3, and it's entitled Still My Brother. That's literally just the title. Now, she did state it in the description of this story that the title really didn't really suit or something, and also that, well, kind of some out of character moments. I don't know. From what I've seen a little bit of this, it didn't really seem to be that big of an issue. Plus, I myself basically tend to have a little bit of worry if I get a character out of character or something like that, or can't come up with a title. Just saying. Anyways, this is gonna be another perspective, so let's go. Edward had already lost his mother. Might as well have already lost his brother. Didn't know where the hell his father was, and had seen so much death already. Lust, greed. So far he's only seen two. But wait. What about what about those other people he pretty much encountered, like that one alchemist in that ghost town, or the guy who had the red water? I mean, those people died. I guess they weren't that important. Now he was just about to lose the person he had only recently discovered to be his half brother. He's talking about Envy. He couldn't allow it. He didn't want to lose anybody else. He couldn't. So that's why when Envy reached out to open the gate, Edward didn't even think. Yeah, well, it's in Hughes' words, uh, about men doing their pretty much act out rather than talk. Okay, actions speak louder than words. Wait, Envy, stop! Before he knew what he was doing, he ran over, tightly hugging the homunculus from behind to hold him back from touching the gate. What are you doing? Let go of me, damn pipsqueak. Yeah, pretty much Envy's shouting, honestly. It's definitely intimidating. Especially when he gets mad. Anyways, Envy shouted, taken aback and irritated by Ed's unexpected actions. Plus, he wasn't used to the physical contact, so he grew even more defensive, trying to push Edward off of him. Yeah, if you basically know Envy, there's hardly any doubt the fact that he's ever had any physical contact with anyone, such as, like, well, I highly doubt anyone is bound to touch him because, he, might get a reaction out of him. The only one who I've seen actually do that are Ed and Wrath. Maybe Al, but Al was tied up. So, I won't! I can't lose you as well! Edward shouted back, desperate to not let go. What the hell are you talking about? We're already dead. That's why you're here, after all. Envy said with a small smirk, but was also clearly irritated by Edward's stubbornness. He was about to shapeshift, but his half-brother's next words took him by surprise. I don't care. If those things take you, they're taking me too. He had seen them before, the Gate Children. Why the hell are you so persistent? Why can't you just see it's pointless already? Because it's not. And more importantly, because you're my brother, just as much as Al is. We're all humans, sir? Seriously, this annoying? And he was about to say something, but froze up when Ed spoke this time. Don't you mean spoke again? I know how it feels. Edward choked out to, to be abandoned by your father. Oh, right there. You hit him right in the nerves. Ooh, right in the nerves. But yeah, the story would have actually been a lot more interesting. I mean, if Ed had connected the dots, clearly Envy would have actually, no wait, Ed would have gotten the hints. Envy may have known Hohenheim at some point. He's like, do you know Hohenheim? You could say I have. Say, I do. And something like that. Eh. Anyways, Envy grew enraged at hearing him and punched him in the face, forcing him off of him and back a few feet. He glared. You don't understand anything! You're just some stupid human! I've been living with this regiment for around 400 years, so your pain could never compare to mine. Don't go around talking like you know me when it's your mother he ran off to some years after having completely disowned me. After that coward saw what he had created, he wouldn't even look at me anymore. Ah, poor Envy. Seriously, does he not have enough problems as of his? I can't even bear to remember the look on his face. So much disgust and shame. As if I was the mistake. Ha ha! At least the apple loved you and showed affection. At least he cared for you. You're wrong. Edward snapped, a pained and bitter expression on his face as he rubbed his cheek where Envy had punched him. Even though he knew Hohenheim had his reasons, he still couldn't forgive the man for all that he had put them through. Unlike Alphonse, who tended to forgive too easily. That bastard was never around when he should have been. The first and only time I put my trust in him, when Mom was dying. He smashed with little trust I had for him to pieces. Yeah, no, if Ed basically had this conversation with Envy, it would have actually turned events a bit better. Just saying. He didn't care enough to respond to a single letter out of so many that we sent him. Al may have never hated him like I did, but I couldn't stand him. Because he made Mom sad. It's also his fault she died as far as I'm concerned. Envy seems to have taken aback by this. I can't even read what this says. Scrutinizing him. As Edward continued, sure, I'm not a homunculus like you, so I don't know what it feels like to be born as one. It must be exaggerating and an awful experience. Even so, I've lost my arm and leg, and I've been stabbed through the chest by you. If that served as a consolation, you know, I used to think the homunculi were nothing but monsters, but now I know that I was wrong, and I think I understand why you are the way you are, Envy. You're jealous and hatred for humans. It's the only thing you know how to live for. It's all you know. But I'm sure we can somehow work this out. I don't want to see anybody else die. You deserve happiness, just like before Ed could finish his sentence, he had been brought back by Alphonse. Envy just stood there in silence, but suddenly burst out laughing. Is he serious? God, humans are such stupid creatures. However, despite saying and thinking that, he couldn't help the small, genuine smile creeping on his lips the Full Metal Pipsqueak, Edward Elric, his brother, really was something else. Ah, man, Envy's still stuck in the gate. Oh, come on. Even though Envy did feel a little relieved about that, it still feels pretty bad the fact that he's now stuck in the gates, probably hanging around with Truth. So, you basically want to play a group of cards or something? Yeah, sure, fine. At least someone is bound to keep me company for who knows how long. Sure, deal. Or something like that. They can work something out. But anyways, I like to call this a little bittersweet ending, I like to say. But, um, it may not be the big feels like the last story, but this one was actually, decent, I like to say. And, well, I guess you could say that at least Ed basically acknowledges that what Envy was about to do was definitely stupid, and the fact that, well, he had a reason with him. Even if Envy had to, be harsh on him. But yeah, I hope you guys like this, and I will see you all, for I will be doing the comic if I don't get any requests till then. So I'll see you all then.